You maybe don't know that also from STAUBLI Czech Republic we take care of Eastern Europe. Later on I will present also here. Okay. Somebody tried to connect, so I will. So please, my colleagues, if they can close the microphones of the participants to have a clear sound. Okay. Later on, we will continue with the agenda on the TS2 features, options. There are a lot of options. Also, TS2 robot is able to work in such environments, for 4 of them, so we will present it detailedly. Later on, we will have a look to the really nice product MPS option on the SCARA robot TS2. I have also some real videos for you, so you will see the detailed real video from the MPS system. Also, we will check some simulations of TS2 and connection with the SRS 2019, and we will do a little review of the market of SCARA robots, and at the end we will look on the CS9 overview of our controller. Probably you all know that STAUBLI worldwide is take care of the industry, like textile division, connectors division, and robotics division. Textile is active in Asia, in Africa, in America, not in Europe exactly, but we have main divisions, connector division and robotic divisions. Connector division is split to fluid connectors and electrical connectors. But mostly we will talk today about robotics, about our new SCARA robots, and also there is a little connection of the MPS systems with product MPS 10, which is developed only for TS2 SCARA robot and can be sold only with TS2. Maybe you know the branch from Czech Republic, from Pardubice city. This is our building. We have about 100 employees to take care of Eastern Europe. We have 3 divisions: robotics, fluid connectors, electrical connectors. Also, you can have a chance to meet us with our demo one, where we have a connector, solutions, and robots inside, and we can go visit you to your company. STAUBLI Pardubice was established at 2005. Now we have 100 employees around Eastern Europe. You can see the both companies are active ones for us. So we are active Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Slovenia. All of these countries we are active. You probably are separated on all these regions, so you have your corresponding sales engineer or technical engineer, so definitely get contact with him. Yeah, we have 3 departments in Pardubice, in Komárno, which is on the border Slovakia and Hungary, and in Bucharest in Romania. Also, we have cell department in Slovenia. Short information about the Department of Technical Sales Support. We providing technical support, verification of solutions, simulations, application support, training with our local training centers. In every department is also training center with robots. So we have in Pardubice around 10 robots, in Komárno there are 4 robots, in Bucharest we have also 4 robots. Also, you can check our websites to know what's going on about in customer support, in robotics training, which we provide, and also you can use the shared email and phone for some questions or some needs or inquiries. Also, I want to mention in the beginning total cost of ownership. You probably know, you maybe not. So this term is really important for us. We would like really to take care of our customers with our products. which has really low TCO, total cost of ownership. It means complete price that you pay for the system. It's not about the initial purchase price, delivery cost and installation. It's also about some training, consumables, payments per year, fees, repairs and spare parts, some regular service and maintenance fees, which you don't have with STAUBLI actually. Also operating energy and fuel. We will go through the slide where it's really showed the energy consumption of the CS9 controller, which is really low. We also have extended warranty. We have 16 months from basic, and if you register robot, you have 3 months extra, so you have 19 months of warranty at basic from the standard. So I think this is quite good. And also you can buy extra. You can buy extra warranty of our product up to 6 years. We have simply a view of our system, and we can see the product range, which is from the small SCARA robot TS20 up to the new product range, as I mentioned, TS240 to TS100. We will have a really detailed presentation about SCARA robots, so I will leave it like that. For now, we have also fast SCARA robot TP80, which is used for tracking applications and really fast applications. We still have from the past the 3 controllers, but really idea is to have one same controller for all systems called CS9. We will talk about it more to the details during the presentation. And also 6-axis product range, which you can see on below. So come up to TS2 robot range. Really nice product range from TS240, which have 460 mm reach, up to TS2100, which have reach 1 meter. The reach is from the center of the first axis to the center of the ball screw. This robot, one of all SCARA robots, have complete cyclic working envelope. It means plus minus 180 degrees. This robot can move around the complete workspace. This is unique. A lot of competitors have always some kind of gap. It's not able to go 100 degrees almost. So this is one advantage. And we have a lot of informations about our SCARA robots. You see that we have nominal payload 2.4 kilograms. It means without flange we are able to work under nominal speed with 2.4 kilograms in whole complete range. We have also information about maximum payload with reduced speed. This maximum payload is 8.4 kilograms, which can be loaded to the robot. With reduced speed, it means 65 acceleration, deceleration, and velocity. So it means 8.4 kilograms. Also, that is important to check into inertias on the robot. Also, 6-axis robots have also inertias, so will be fine to, if you have a real project, a real robot with big tool, ask our technical sales support to validate the concept for you. We have also values of the repeatability of X and Y. It means in a layout like that, a robot have repeatability plus minus 0.01 millimeters. The bigger robot, bigger repeatability. Really, I promise that these values are really good. We are on the top of the SCARA robots. Also, we have Z repeatability. It means the precision or repeatability on the stroke, we can say. It's plus minus 4 microns. And also we have rotational repeatability, it's plus minus 2 microns with the rotation of ball screw. We have here also the really interesting value of the marketing leaflets, we can say, cycles per minute. Every SCARA robot manufacturer have this value in the leaflet. It means cycle per minute. We have calculated that our robots are able to do these values, and in the next slide I will explain to you what does it mean. So, cycle time definition. It means that the robot do 25 millimeters up, 300 millimeters, 25 millimeters down. Always depends on the payload, how many kilograms the robot carry. Also depends in which speed a robot is working, if it's burst cycle or if it's sustained cycle. Yeah. So if you see in some leaflets values of the cycles per minute, always also check how big is the trajectory, how many kilograms robot carries, if the cycle is really burst or not. So it's like that, yeah. So it's strictly marketing values. We will really like to do simulation for you to validate your cycle time if you have a real project. Our team of specialists are ready to do SRS cycle time verification for you, etc. So dimension 200 millimeters, 25 millimeters, 325 down and back. This is the cycle per minute definition. Let's go to the hardware of the TS2 SCARA robot. Some of you maybe know SCARA robots, some of them not. You will not find the external cabling in our new TS2 product range. Everything is inside, which is really advantage, right? Our product range extended to also TS2 100. You have 1 meter working envelope. Yeah. On the axis 1 and axis 2, there is a STAUBLI gearbox. So we are only one manufacturer who is producing our own gearbox. You can see short videos how it looks like in the presentation cell with all SCARA robots with TS2 40, 60, 80 and 100. We will go through later on all options. You can see that TS2 can be mounted also on the sailing. We are also able to offer you the pedestal on the sailing. So we will go through later. Next slide. Some basic features. So the footprint is really small and it's like a TX260. So if you have already designed it pedestal for our robot STAUBLI TX260, you can use the same structure. As I mentioned, we have on the axis 1 and 2 GCA gearbox produced by STAUBLI and STAUBLI patented with absolute high-denied encoder, which is really unique on the market. No batteries in the robot, etc. Harness inside, and as I mentioned, closed encapsulated design, motors inside, and from the standard, if you would like to have a standard robot, you will have your pneumatics and electrics connections on the forehand. There is also electric circuit, including electric wiring plus industrial Ethernet Cat 5e. Also, the design is really smart. You see that all screws are face down. It means not stacking of dirt on the screws. Yeah. So really clean and hygienic design. You will see a lot of environment can be handled by this robot. So really optimize maintenance. Just 4 covers to remove and maintenance the robot. It will save your money on the production. You have also practical holes on the robot where it's possible to mount some additional load. So you can use, for example, some Profinet bus linked on the robot, or external valves if you need extra valves, or camera on the forearm, up to you. Ready to use solution. So if we go to the standard electrical circuit, from the standard, the robot have direct connection to the foot, which can be also unmounted. You can unplug the cable. But the foot is look like from the standard definition of TS2 like that. There is a 5 meter interconnect cable with gland connection. This is called gland connection. Also from the standard you have connectivity of pneumatics and electrical to the forearm. There are power lines, signal lines and Cat5e cable as I mentioned. So this is from the standard. From the standard you can have no valves, but we as STAUBLI for Eastern Europe, we are providing valves to the robot if you want. So standard is the direct tubes, 3 direct tubes from the base to forearm. If you want to select our option, the valves are located on the back of the base of the robot, like on the 2 axes on the top. There are 2 valves, so it can be 2 5/2 solenoid valves, and always you have direct tube extra. It can be also 5/3 solenoid valves, always with the free tube on P2 connector. They are monostable. If you have 5/2, they are bistable. Also, you can have vacuum in the robot. 3/2 vacuum system. So it's like that. And a new option is the monostable 3/2 vacuum and pressure also. So you can have one valve like vacuum and one valve like pressure. So it's used P1 and P2. And you can select it if you want from the production. So this is features about the pneumatics, and now we can talk more about the low option on the ball screw. You can select flange option on the robot. You can select tool changer option, which is really unique on the market. I have a lot of slides later on about tool changer. I have real videos from the application from tool changer. So this is really based on our experience from electrical connector division. There is really a huge option on TS2 robot. So standard is without flange. You can select your flange option. You can select your ball screw cover option and your bellows. For example, for the food industry, we want to have a robot in a hygienic environment. It means we need IP65, we need the ball screw cover, we need bellows, we can have flange or we can have tool changer, up to us. And also important to highlight, from the standard we have load of the robot 2.5 kilograms for nominal speed, and for big load, for maximum payload, we can have 8.4 kilograms but with reduced speed. Or we can do some verification of the cycle time and payload for you, and you can go even faster, but this should be validated by technical sales support of STAUBLI on the shared email as I show you in the beginning of a presentation. So with the flange option, we are minus 200 grams, we are on 2.2 kilograms. With the tool changer option, we are on 1 kilogram, 1.7 kilogram. Also, the options are various. If you use the standard with the cabling on the forearm, it looks like that. But if you want ball screw cover option, you have your connector preparation here, and it needs to be completely wired through the ball screw. So we will do this for you from the production. It's just a need to select the right option that you want. So, tool changer, really good option, unique on the market, we can say. We are almost 20 years producers of MPS systems from 6 kilograms to 1 ton. So this tool changer is really designed for this SCARA robot TS2. The tool changer have tool side, robot side, and base. So we see that the socket is robot side, 8A, tool side means B, and C it's a tool stand. This is our options which we can provide to you with the SCARA robot. As I mentioned, it's not possible to order without SCARA robot these features. Maybe if we know that you already have our robot, we can sell it extra. But it's designed only for TS2 SCARA robot. The tool stand have also sensors, like equipment, to check the status of the position of the tool changer. Also, we have prepared the application to work with this tool changer. We have couple technical details about tool changer. So we have bending moment, 20 Newton meters, moment of rotation, maximum traction, pressing force, shearing force, acceleration, etc. Also position tolerance. It's like that. If you need some more information, also contact our share email for technical support. The tool changer can be used like static version. It means that you don't need a docking station. You can have your robot side and 2 times tool side, and you can use your manual tools which we provide with the tool changer, and you can operate it by your hands. So it can be done manually, or it can be done automatically by the program, by the robot, of course. So the idea is like that. Approach the docking station, go to the tool side, lock the tool side to the robot side, go out. Really fast, so honest. So but just go to the tool changer, lock the tool side, and go out. So 3 components, A, B, C, as I mentioned. There is also integrated inside 4 pneumatic lines, 3 power lines, and Cat5e signal connections. Complete solution ready to use. Yeah, it can be automatic or manual, working like a bayonet system. Yeah, it really increases your flexibility and productivity of your production. And we have also application prepared by STAUBLI robotics tools team, which is ready to use if you are interested in this option, please don't hesitate to ask us. Don't hesitate to ask your sales representative for this on our technical support. I will play for you the video of the our MPS 3-dock MPS system. Right. Video maybe don't have extra quality, but I hope that it's visible. We have prepared 3 docking station with 2 tool sides and 1 robot side. We have also STAUBLI Ethercat coupler to work with the signals. We can operate the application from the SP2 or from the remote access from the computer. Also, it's possible. And we just type which tool changer we want to use, and the application is guiding robot exactly on the positions that we need. So as I mentioned, the application is ready for teaching the approach position, the frames of the docking station, and also later on from approach the every point it's possible to do it from the application. So MPS, I hope it's quite clear. If you have a question, just ask in the chat. I will go through the ending of presentation. So we go through the options, more options which SCARA robot have. There are really a lot of them. So if you want to use user interface, you can select the option directly from the base to the flange, and there are pneumatic lines and electric lines. A user interface is available only with the flange or tool changer, but also with ball screw cover. This is the top cover. So user interface can be without valves, with flange or tool changer, with the direct lines, or it can be with bistable 5/2 valves, bistable 5/3 options, okay. And also the new feature, as I show you, that it's possible to select monostable 3/2, 1 valve from vacuum, 1 valve from pressure. So really also interesting solution with flange or with MPS system. So electrical interface on the flange. Yeah, there are power lines, signal lines, and Cat5e Ethernet industrial cable. In every option you can select if you want electric and pneumatic on the forearm, or with the cover on the flange with the flange solution, or with the MPS solution. With MPS solution you have always just this socket which are highlighted on this slide. So you have 3 power lines and Cat5 cable, 2 lines with 2 wires of this dimension. So the robot can be floor mount or sailing mount. Also, which is our advantage, is also arm connection under base. The robot can have all cabling, DSI board, and also pneumatics, and interconnect cable from the vertical cable outlet. we are also offering our certified H1 food oil and grease. It means that the robot is able to work in a food environment, can be in a direct contact with the product, and it will not contaminate the final production and final product. Certified H1 oil, ready to use with robot. Always depends on your application. The robot can be standard, just with H1 oil, or it can have flange, cover, bellows to cover the final product. So, as I mentioned, from the standard there is gland connection just directly to the robot. But as you probably know, at STAUBLI we have our product Combitac, electrical connector, which is ready to connect and unconnect. Maybe a million times. This is really high advantage product. So you can select like an option this Combitac connector. Also you can select the cabling from which side you want outside cable from. 90 degree left, 90 degree right, or a straight. Also vertical cable outlet is available for that. You can have hard stop axis on axis 1 and 2, because for a small cell you need to have some safety verification and your robot have to stop somewhere. So you can use your hardware stops on first and second axis. No SCARA robot on the market have brakes on axis 1 and 2. Our R&D in our production unit is working on it. So during, you can say 1 year, there will be option like a brakes on first and second axis. But in this meantime, you can use your hardware stops to extend your security of your cell. You have compact cell. Yeah. Usually like a ring, and you have casting on the axis, which you just select your segment where you want to stop hardware-led robot, and you can do it like that. So system summary: from the standard you will receive the CS9 controller with the SCARA robot TS2 with the manual pendant. If you have multiple robots, you can have only one pendant, and you can have the plug in the CS9 controller. This plug is called on fly. Now our CPU system can work for 30 seconds. You can disconnect your SP2 and still your robot can work in a remote working mode. If you connect the plug during the 30 seconds, your e-stop is not cut it and your robot is still working. So really good and new solution. I would like really mention the environments which we can see. The standard environment, we call it harsh environment. It means standard automotive production, ISO clean room class 5 for TX robot and also TS2 robot. So this is the standard version with encapsulated structure, with small footprint. This is identical with cabling on the forearm, same of both robots. Integrated pneumatic, also same on both robots. Precise, fast, consistent. You can have your ESD version of the robot, which is prepared for electrostatic discharge production from PCB production on the electric parts production. Certified conductivity from French to food. Yeah. There is new painting on this robot with high conductivity. There is one single cable connected to every axis to do same zero. So this robot is really for electronic assembly, electronic test, electronic packaging. We have also white environment, ISO clean room class 4 and 2, which is really high. ISO cleanness class 2. The robots are ready to use in this environment. Also TX2 robot, TS2 robot. This is quite unique, this product range on the SCARA market. No one competitor have these complete 5 environment versions. So clean room version for some very low particle emission in the production, qualified and certified for the clean room usage. There is HE version of the robot, also for SCARA robots. We are able to operate this robot inside the CNC machine or robot machine tending inside the machine. It's designed for humid areas. They have next slide. We have detailed description about HE, so I will skip it for now. We have sterile environment. It means ISO class 4, designed for clean room from vaporous or fluid resistivity, H2O2 resistant robot, able to work in laboratory use, fill some liquids in the glasses, etc. So, complete slide about TS2 HE robot variant. So this robot meets highest requirements for the hygienic equipment. So this robot have to have vertical cable output. It means that the robot is covered versus fluids. The fluids cannot go inside. The robot can have H1 oil, means food certified oil. The robot have chemical resistance of pH 4.5 to 8.5. So the robot is able to work in this environment corresponding with this pH. So a robot have to have full options, as we mentioned in the beginning slides. It means vertical cable output, closed structure, ball screw cover, bellows, flange or MPS system. It's up to every company which will provide. Now, also possibility of cleaning this robot by every cleaning product, ankle, Ecolab, etc. So these features are available. You can see that STAUBLI is ready for HE environment, for humid environment. We have a product range of HE robots from TP80 through TS240 to TS2100, and also for TX260 up to TX200L. Every robot is called HE in humid environment. So we are ready for cleaning applications, for food applications, to really operate the robot on the conditions where competitors can't. So we as STAUBLI, we are ready for harsh ESD, hygienic, aseptic and clean room environments. Also, robot can be pressurized by the press system, so we can really fill the air inside the robot and keep the highest IP level and the highest cleanness of the robot. I prepared for you some competition about our old system TS and the new TS2 SCARA robot. So let's check the features. So maybe probably a lot of you knows our product range SCARA TS, which was this robot with the cabling outside and plastic cover, etc. Yeah. It was 3 models with blind spot working envelope, but now TS2 is able to operate, as I mentioned, plus minus 180 degrees on the first axis. No blind spot. You can operate every position on your product range and on your workspace. So 4 models with cylindrical working envelope. See that you don't have any space with blind spot. You have your working envelope on your complete range. So this is first of advantage. As I mentioned in the past, the competitors always have some kind of gap. The TS2 don't have it. Yeah. Some basic features. You see that our old robot have external cabling outside. New TS2 don't have it. So you have internal guided harness. Also, your motors are always inside. So you can have special environments. You can have special IP on your robot. Cable outlet can be outside your area, so you can have your cabling saved under a complete cell, but your robot can work in a really hard environment. And if we compare TS robot range with TS2, we have minus 30% of the space usage, minus 38% of the size, minus 35% of the weight of the robot, and minus 50% of the maintenance and maintenance fee. Really, this new TS2 robot is quite unique. You can have it here on the screen visible. Oh, really. If we look on the numbers, we have reduced weight from 55 kilograms to 38.7 kilograms. So minus 35%. Footprint is identical with TX2, 60 it means. Really, also smaller footprint. Compatibility with TS2, TX2. Also maintenance compatibility, same DSI board as you see here. Same connections, same also interconnect cable. Thermical improvement for DSI, vertical cable output ready. Connectors of iOS and RBR, remote brake release. So if you have external remote brake release, you can use it also on the TS2 robot. Also, there are no gearboxes. Other brands, there are on axis 1 and 2 GCH gearbox technology. Designed and manufactured by the STAUBLI company. Usually in Naptesco, you can see for Japanese robots, it's used Naptesco gearbox. Also, Germans are using harmonic drive, but the STAUBLI use our own patented gearbox with a hole inside for the cabling to have complete closed structure of the robot. This gearbox is a handcrafted assembly. It means that every gearbox is done by a human with micro precision, with the double checking in the production unit, unique design, and a planetary system. Also, our maintenance is quite high. It's quite better, and the motor hours where the oil have to be changed quite higher. So in TS2 robot you need to change the oil every 20,000 motor hours. At competitors you have to change it every 10,000. Your gearboxes you have to replace at 40,000 motor hours. in our TS2 SCARA robot, if you need to change it, it's on 60,000 motor hours. But we have experienced that 5% of robots have to exchange our own gearbox. The gearbox X is ready to work unlimited without changes. So our old product range TS was equipped by harmonic drive and Naptesco gearbox. Now at TS2 we have our gearbox, so ready to use. So twice less you need to exchange your oil, so you save 50% of your money lifespan with GCX gearbox. So your total cost of ownership, as I showed in the beginning, is really reduced with this robot. So we want to highlight this, and we want to have strict information to our customer that we at TS2 you will save your money. Also, I have here a short review of the speed. It means that comparing TS robot with TS2, we are in nominal speed 5% faster on the axis 2, 3, and 4, and at the maximum speed we are really on the other values. It's also nice to highlight. Also, I have here the view from the manual. Always is good to have a manual. If you have our robot SCARA TS or TS2, always please download the manual and check the chapter preventive maintenance. There is completely same table where is written the periodicity of the maintenance of the oil change. So we see that on TS we have a recommendation of 5,000 hours. Check the oil or change the H1 oil or change it on 10,000. You see that on TS2 we have on 5 years or 20,000, really, 2 times extra. So yeah, you can check the manual and you will see. Okay. Yes, I mentioned there are absolute incremental encoders, 19-bit safe encoder technology. It's same also in TS2. Yeah, with a higher resolution. Okay. The TS2 have higher stiffness with internal harness with IP65 possible. Developed with hygienic screw heads. It means that most of the screws are face down. There is no possible to stuck the dirt on the robot, so it's easier to clean. Also, what is nice to highlight that our old SCARA robot have the huge second axis, but our new TS2 robot have a really compact second axis. There is not possible to have like collision like that. It's really more, I would say, compact. Yes, it's more compact TS2. So in small cell 1 meter by 1 meter, you can have operated your robot. No motion limitation due to no extension on arm segment 2. That's true. Also, there is a difference between fourth axis. There is a removed joint gearbox for an axis, so it improves joint accuracy and there are less spare parts to use. Integrated valves if you want, like option, and compatibility of tool, of your program code, of course, and your valves available. So what you design for the TX2 robot, you can use directly on SCARA TS2. You have same possibilities. same valve, safe electrical wiring, everything can be supported with the product range. You can also use from standard chains of blunt stroke. It means you can design your own tool. You can use some fixing system on the ball screw. You can fix it and work with it. Yeah, the robot is ready to sensitive environment, ESD, HE, tree, food, clean room, and steady clean. That is also more compact position. It's also longer from the base to the ball screw, corresponding with the TS robot. Yeah, as I mentioned, we can provide also the pedestal, the console unit, like reduction in compare of TS old robot and TS2 robot. So also we can offer you this console. Summary. So enclosed design comparing old product range SCARA robots. Also all 5 environments I mentioned: HARG, HE, ESD, aseptic, and clean room. Yeah, unique ECH gearbox on SCARA robot. 2-changer flange and IP65 protection. 4 models with cylindrical working envelope, and also controller optimization. You see that the robots through the product range is different every time in one axis. It means that TS240 have same gray cover and the bottom of the second axis, and TS260 have different complete first axis. TS280 have same first axis but bigger, let's say, structure around the second axis, and the TS2100 is completely longer, but the top of the second axis is the same like TS280. So this is compatibility of the robots. Some of the parts are the same through the product range. Yeah, so main highlights of TS2: unique design, all types of environment, unparalleled performance, flexibility, and energy optimization. Our new product. One thing what I would like to mention, as I promised to you during the presentation, that's CS9 controller energy efficiency. Corresponding to some norm, the robot is 15% less consumption compared to previous generation. Yeah, so robot is using some energy recuperation during the movement. Also, he have some saving and sleep modes for controller fans and for SP2 system. So, if the robot is braking, it's used the energy and electricity and re-injected to the motors when needed. We have some standby mode controlled by CPU that it can deactivate drives if the robot is not active, if the robot don't have the power to the arm. Ventilators are used only in the beginning. Later on, if it's not needed, it will slow down the speed. And we have SP2 standby mode. Also, we have a tracking application, a new valve product, valve track, with a CS9 TS2 robot. So I can play for you some video. This is a real application from our STAUBLI department where we did the testing of tracking with PS2 SCARA robot of parts. There is camera, getting the position information, robot is reading the conveyor position of encoder and track the part on the conveyor. Later on in the real application, it can be really tuned. Also, I promised you some cycle time simulation, so you can simulate your SCARA robot in SRS Studio or in the simulation software. You can create your own SP2 view. You can do your cycle time. You can verify the time which SCARA robots needs to palletization or every application which you need. So if you have some real project, contact your sales rep or your technical engineer, or if you don't have contact, definitely we will share our shared contacts to the chat message. If you want simulation like that, really ask us, we are able to help you with your solution. Yeah, so just 2 slides about the CS9 controller, and we will continue with the real videos of applications, and we will go slowly to the end. So the CS9 controller is one controller for every robot, every product range of STAUBLI robots. We are slowly adapting our product range to this controller, and in the future there will be only one controller, CS9. You are able to drive the robot by our own Val3 programming language, which is structured programming language. Advanced robotic language for high-end and tailored applications, usually used by the integrators, by the companies, and by the OEMs. We have Val products ready. For example, the Valtrack application, as you saw, it's done by the Valtrack. This is our complete package of the program, ready to use with the conveyor, with the camera, and with the robot. Later on, we have possibility to use Unival PLC system. It means that you can connect your PLC, your Beckhoff, your Siemens, your BNR, whatever, to the CS9, and you can, with this solution, deliver the points, the tool, the speeds, and the variables which you want to use, and the program, but the motion generator and complete driving of the robot is done in CS9. So it's a Unival PLC solution ready to use. There are complete libraries for Siemens, for Beckhoff, for BNR, so you can use it like that. Or there are really low interface solution Unival drive, for example, again, Siemens or Beckhoff. They have done the solution with us, with STAUBLI production unit, that the Unival drive, it's a bridge to control by the PLC complete robot, but it's on the level of the hardware system. So you need to control the movements, the motion generator, the micro increments of the movement. So this is the Unival drive, perfectly for machine builders with strong PLC to drive the robot. Okay. So last slide about the CS9. This is the shelf system with the power, CPU, and the communication rack with the ARM. So 3 drawers, multi-voltage. It means the 6-axis robot can be 40-60 single phase, 90 only 3 phase. The SCARA robot TS2, as we mentioned, can be single or triple phase. Just select it in your product option verification. Okay, new logger, external 24-volt input, ready to use, USB ports, some LED display. So this will be all from the presentation, and I will play some videos and go for some questions if there are some. So we have one reference video from the customer from application with robot S100. Also used like a screwdriver. I follow the robot make it 4 kilograms and go longer than one side. So it means from one side to the other side, the robot is able to move 2 meters for the was first. So it was the mapping application of the SCARA robot TS2. I have one really nice dynamic video of the SCARA robot TS2, providing the basic features of this robot. Yeah, also you can find these videos on our YouTube channel. So a couple of them are available on YouTube, STAUBLI Robotics, and you can find them on the public videos place. The robot can be also 400mm stroke. So usually standard is 200mm, but robot can also have 400mm to work with. As we discussed during the presentation, there are a lot of environments. Also same controller with TX2 and TS2 robot. Connectivity, same. The structure of the MPS system, which I presented. Ready to use. Yes. Also, as I mentioned, the different shapes of the robots is used during across the SCARA robot product range. Also, it's possible to simulate the SCARA robot in SRS Studio. You can see this is the 400mm stroke robot. You can do simulation like that with your tool, with your part. You can do verification of your cycle time, and later on you can do also a real test, and we can provide this for you if you want. If you have a real project, no problem to do the real test for you like that. So before it was a simulation, later on the simulation can be sent to the robot and do the cycle time verification. Also, some of you can saw our presentation cell where it's visible complete for robots. Yes, 40, 60, 80, 100 with every feature available. So you can see the video now. There is one robotic tool changer. There is one with flange. There is one with sailing option. So I will play a 3 minutes video now of the product range. If you are interested, you can stay, you can watch it. Some of these videos are available on the YouTube channel, as I mentioned. Thank you for your time to watch the webinar about TS2 product range. I was really happy that there are 30 people watching us. Thank you for participation. If you need some question, also my colleagues will share the shared email where you can have your questions. So do not hesitate to ask us if you need anything. I will send to you the shared contacts. Also, you can check our website to have more shared information. If you don't want to disturb anybody, you can use the links which I sent to to the conversation. So please check it by your own. Also, I can send the link on the YouTube channel for you to check the videos by yourself. Yeah. You can see this the shared contact on my colleague responsible for Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia. If you have any question, please contact him. He will support you in case of every need. Later on, I will send to you email with shorter presentation of the options of TS2 product range, so you will have it in a PDF, some basic overview, and I will send shared email to all of you, all participants which registrate on our webinar. So it was webinar about STAUBLI SCARA TS2. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat, or you can also unmute your microphone if you want to ask anything. Do not hesitate. Perfect. If you don't have question, I wish you great day. Be healthy, please, and contact us with some cooperation. We would like to cooperate with you, all of you. Yeah. I can also play some last video which I had prepared for you about our services, so you can watch it and have a great day. Tomorrow we have also the webinar about TS2 in Czech language. So who is Czech and want to heard it again or invite some colleagues, do not hesitate. Next week we have one English SRS webinar and one Slovak SRS webinar. So also if somebody is from Slovakia, I will invite him for next week for SRS webinar. Please check our webpage to get the dates of the webinars. I'll share with you the links for the webinars. And that's it. Okay. Last my voice. Thank you for participation. Have a great day. Bye bye.